Hello, dear students. This is Vivek Vaibhav, and you are watching video lecture on migration. This is third part of the video lecture, dear students, and the third chapter is also it is okay. So, in the last video lecture, we have understood what is migration, what is human migration, and types of migration, immigration, and the concepts of the migration, why it is happened, what is the cause and effect. We are going to discuss today impacts of the migration, the socio-economic structure of the society. Dear students, as you know that why migration happened, the common cause of the migration in India, you know that 17.5 million international migrant Indian migrants across the globe. This is not good sign of us. We are going to discuss later why brain drain concepts, push and pull factors, all these things. But today we are going to discuss impacts of migration, socioeconomic structure of the society. Dear students, when it's come to talking about socio-economic structure, just you move around your place wherever you live. The place you find is a either it is very good place, either moderated or very mild or dirt place. Okay, so people wants to live better and better life. Okay, for the betterment of life, when it's come to talking about betterment means just not only money but on living a standard, on medical facilities, education, impartment of their children, and definitely they want to good home to live, and good clothes to wear. All that things is matter the most. Okay, so socio-economic structure is definitely a good to understood this migration phenomenon. Migration, you know that people wants to leave from maximum people wants to leave urban area, not want to leave uh, rural area. Why? Because you know that unemployment condition, unemployment is the worst kind of thing for the rural people. So, in search of job and employment, they have to come and live in urban area. There are students, human migration, you know that these all are internal and external migration, short-term migration, long-term migration, rural-urban migration, urban-rural, suburban-urban migration, and urban-to-urban migration, rural-to-rural migration, climate refugee, and voluntary migration. Dear students, if you don't have knowledge of this, go to my last video lecture of this chapter and keep watching all the thing so that you understood all the concepts. Now, impacts of migration. As you know that migration leads to growth of new cities, satellite town, which is called urban sprawl. As you visited the place of Mumbai, Delhi, there are so many places like Delhi in Gurgaon, Noida, and in Mumbai we have Navi Mumbai. All these are satellite towns near these big cities. So urban sprawl, you know that a decades ago, if you see and uh, conditions of that place, it is actually village place. and due to urbanization, huge urbanization, people wants to live there. Why? Because of the congestion in the rural area, sorry, urban area, and the big cities, metro cities. Okay, so uh, time time to time, that place, that urban sprawl is growing as a urban area. Like, you know that if you visit in the Gurgaon and Noida, it is very good city these days. It has lots of facilities in terms to education, higher education, in terms to medical facilities, in terms of transportation, all these things. Throughout the 24 into 7, you get all the facilities in there at your home. Okay, so definitely migration leads to grow of new cities and satellite towns, which is called urban sprawl. Now, second one, the impact is the migration may sometimes lead overpopulation in the riverine delta and the coastal plain. Dear students, it is definitely happen. Why? Because in the riverine delta and the coastal plain, in the coastal plain, you find what? You find definitely good deal of meal. Uh, there are so many fishes and calves and uh, all the animals you want to eat, maritime animals. So you can easily get from there. And the riverine area is very fertile lands. So the agriculture, the primary sector work is going to held here very good conditions. So people wants to live there because they don't want to hunger. Okay, so everybody wants to first and foremost manage a square meals in a day. Okay, so it is said that migration may sometimes leads to overpopulation. If burden in a one area, definitely you feel what? Definitely you feel uh, overpopulated area. If you go the Gangetic Delta area and you live in this area, actually in Motihari, you feel the density of this population is high, and you know that agro land, beneath of the agro land, people wants to live. Okay, so and third one is that problems related to overcrowding are also caused due to migration. Definitely, where there is overcrowding, especially in the town area, you see that overcrowding each and every time. People don't want to live there, but for the sake of their job, they have to live there. And there are so many slums in the cities. You know that when you come to your school, there are so many huts side of your road and roadside. So you see that how difficult to live there. It is definitely quite difficult. They are living in the hut, and definitely they all are worker, but it is not good for us also, because overcrowding, due to overcrowding, uh, we have so many problems, like problems of vehicle transportation, problems of living there. Uh, if you want to do anything, government want to do for them, it is very good. But overcrowding in any sense, it's not good for us. We should move on that. This is the bigger problem of migration, of socio-economic problem of migration. So definitely it is partially, you know, that it is a matter of greater opportunities you find in cities. So you come, and for the coming of yours, definitely our coding will be there. Okay. Fourth one is migration may result of a geopolitical problem where refugee moves to a country in a large number. Definitely, if you see that Turkey, there are so many refugee goes in the area of European country. It is quite difficult to leave, uh, adjust people from refugee especially. It is not good for the country because refugee is not your citizen. So definitely first and foremost priority of the government is for the citizen of the nation. Okay, so definitely migration may result geopolitical problem, and due to this, you know that you might have heard in the news there are so many problematic situations for Turkey people. And you know that Turkey is the only Turkey and the Russia the country which comes under some part of Europe and Asia also. Okay, so that's the problem for refugee. Okay, again develop the resource with the help of immigrant population. One thing I want to mention here, if there is a overcrowded population, we want to manage. If we want to manage, definitely it goes good for us because if you manage, suppose you have lack of resource, so what you will have to do is just develop your resource for the sake of your population. Don't move here hither and thither, just manage. There is a some there are so many techniques we can manage our socio-economic problem and socio-economic structure. So you know that multi-story building in cities you have seen so many times wherever you go in the cities, multi-story building. Why? Because we don't have so many land uh, to live there. So that's why we are going to make a multi-story building so that people can live there easily. Okay, and a good facility. There are so many apartment, three tiers, two tiers apartment like that. Okay, so this is good concept to develop your resource for the help of immigrant, for the help of overcrowding population also. It leads to exchange of culture. One thing is good in that exchange of the culture. You know that due to invasion of Muslims and Britishers, we have a very much fusion. You feel, you experience whatever you say in your language. There is the some sorts of English words and Arabic words you use. There are lack of Hindi words you use in this these days. So what is the this is the all about the fusion of your culture, and not only in the language, in your dressing sense, in your festival, in your all the things in your living standard uh, has been changed due to the change of the exchange of the culture. Okay. Seventh one is international migrants have the potential of transferring their skill to the destination country, as a result of which brain drain takes place in their country and the home. Okay, dear students, brain drain we are going to discuss later on in a one topic in a separate video. But you know that if you impart your education, impart if the government impart education of the people of the our nation, we got degree of IIT, degree from IIT, BTech, and goes USA, California, and Virginia, all that place, and Norway. any place of the across the world, definitely uh, people who is highly educated is assets of our country. If people wants to go any other place, it is quite difficult sometime for our, because resource, the government make resource, and human resource is the good resource of the all resources. So if you our educated people goes outside, definitely and surely our development having good deal of hurdle. Okay, so why good deal of hurdle? Because and hamper, because if graduated people and the educated people go away, who make this policy, who make the technology better, who make the education level better in our country. So keep on thinking that if you have professional degree, and if you are scientist, doctor, engineer, you should contribute your country. Okay, and you are the resource person of our country. So I hope it is clear impact of migration. Dear students, so I want to end this video. I hope it is clear for you guys. Keep on watching my video.